With Dream Vacations. I am coming to you from a gorgeous day in Austin, Texas. I had an amazing thing happen to me today and it has thrown me for a loop, but I am going to go to Europe next week on Tuesday. On November 2nd, I will be flying out to Basel and spend the week going on a crystal river cruise that is all suites, beautiful, amazing, all-inclusive river cruise from Basel to Amsterdam. And the best part about it is that I get to go to where I was born, Strasbourg in France. I'm so excited. I've never been there before, well, since I was 6 weeks old. I'll be back November 11th, just in time for me to head out to the Celebrity Apex on the 13th. It is a crazy time in travel right now. I will be sailing through the Rhine. This whole area of the world really means something to me and feels so special, like I'm going home. So thank you so much to Andy Fuentes, to Crystal Cruise Line, and I can't wait to show you this beautiful trip. I am just about to go off to the airport to start my big adventure on Crystal Debussy on the Rhine. I'm so excited. It's going to be a fabulous trip. So one of the things I have access to are called cruise fares. I was able to get us amazing deals round trip from Austin to Amsterdam. So my flights cost us about $500 a person, which is an amazing price for Europe. So we're going to spend one night in Amsterdam and then take an EasyJet, very inexpensive little hop from Amsterdam to Basel, where we're going to meet up for Crystal Cruises. So in Amsterdam, I booked us at the Sheraton, which is right on Amsterdam airport property. I did this because it's only about a 20-minute drive to get to the center city of Amsterdam, and I don't need to stay right there. It's a lot easier for me then to get right back to the airport in the morning. So I thought that would be a better option. Something that helps in Amsterdam is that they have a lot of discount cards. So I got the I Amsterdam discount card, which gets us into a bunch of the museums, and you know, I'm a huge art fan, so I need to see Rembrandt. When I'm there, I need to see Van Gogh. So I'm super excited. We are going to see some of the fabulous museums when we're there on November 3rd. So something to keep in mind when you're doing river cruises is that during times of drought, sometimes the river cruise ships cannot navigate the itinerary that they plan to. We were supposed to embark on the ship in Basel, Switzerland. That's where I'm flying into. But instead, because of difficulties with the river, they're going to take us first to a hotel in Basel, where they're going to give us the COVID testing. And then we're going to get onto a bus and drive 3 hours to Mannheim. Mannheim was actually going to be our third stop. So I'm curious how they're going to change our itinerary. I really hope we're still going to Strasbourg. That is why I was super excited in the first place. But if we do, we do. I mean, this is what it's all about with travel these days, is flexibility. You have to just go with the flow. If they change things up, they change things up, and that's the way it is. So we're gonna have a fabulous time regardless of where we are. It's really all about the whole adventure, and I can't wait to show you. Please follow along. I'm on my first flight from Austin to Dallas. It is a full flight today. See, this is the new American flights that have the great bulk, or the overhead compartments, so lots more can fit up above. Next stop, Dallas. Okay, we made it to Dallas and we're going to be on our way to Amsterdam on American Air / British Airways. All is good. We made it with only 20 minutes to get from Terminal C or Terminal B to Terminal D in Dallas Airport. Easy on the Airlink, so all is good. So because we use the MyVerify app and we put our vaccine results in there and told them that we had the health form, nobody here is checking our forms. So it's very easy. We got our boarding pass already and we're just going to go on. So they're doing a biometric scan and asking people to have their tickets out and their passports. Here's one. So this is what the first class seats look like. This is an American flight. And then this is the business class. And we paid for some upgraded seats in this area as well, so I have a whole row to myself here. Okay, so we are on our flight from Dallas to Amsterdam, and it's a really nice plane. This is American, also British Air. We have plenty of space here. I have my own row, so I'm going to be able to lie down. They have TVs, power, lots of space underneath, and of course lots of space above too. Oops, so far they've given us a pillow and blanket. There are lots of rows here that are empty. It is a very empty plane. So this is the first time I've seen this. Let's see. Oh, it's not letting me. So it looks like I can close and open the shade this way. I think you're not allowed to close it while we were parked. Oh, so it darkened it. It didn't close the shade, so I can lighten it. Okay, I'm super confused. So it looks like it has these levels of dark and light, but I don't see a difference. So we're in a 787 this time, not a Dreamliner. I'm all set for an awesome flight to Amsterdam. See you on the other side.
Klik het metalen uit en in de gesp en trek de riem aan. Om los te maken tilt u de klep van de gesp omhoog. Als u in de premium cabin zit en u...
Okay, so I found a couple of differences so far in my Emirates international flight and this American international flight. On Emirates, they gave me the Amarula with my coffee, so I had really good liquor included. Here, they only give you wine and beer as complimentary. I'm having issues with the Wi-Fi. I did a Wi-Fi subscription starting with my domestic flight. It's supposed to be a month-long subscription on American, but it is not allowing me to log onto it on this international flight. So a $35 fee is the flight pass, which I'm going to end up paying, but I just spent $45 on the monthly subscription, so I'm hoping to get that refunded. The other thing is they didn't give me any socks. So they did give me a pillow and a blanket, but I didn't get a goodie bag like I got on Emirates, and I didn't get any socks. Okay, so our first meal, they gave us a choice of barbecue chicken or a vegetarian pasta. I went with the pasta because I'm not a big barbecue chicken fan. That is the chicken dish. Good morning, we're almost to Amsterdam. Another difference on this flight versus the one from Emirates is they didn't give a real breakfast. They gave like a yogurt and granola, which I didn't get because I'm not really hungry anyway, but I thought it was interesting that they didn't serve a full breakfast either. So we're almost there, and I didn't sleep at all, and I'm exhausted. So if I go down, I like press it down, and the shade kind of shades the window. There's a river. I don't know if that's the Rhine. Oh, we made it. We're in Amsterdam. We have the main have extra seats. These, if you're in the bulkhead, just a warning, these don't lift. So if you have the whole row, it's nice to be able to lift your arms. So I did have Wi-Fi on this flight, but one of the things that American does is that it logs you off after 15 minutes of idle surfing or whatever, and I don't think it ever noticed that I was actually online. It would log me off all the time. Very frustrating. You have to keep logging yourself back in, and sometimes the internet just wasn't working. But it worked for the most part the whole flight, but it was frustrating. The other thing is I had bought a subscription on the domestic flight thinking it was going to cover me on the international flights and the domestic flights. And it's a different system, so my subscription did not work on these flights. It's pretty empty here. Passport control here. So first stop is immigration for the passports, and I'm going to show them my health form, the health declaration form, as well as my passport. And it looks like they also want a vaccination card. These doors are fun. So they did ask for the vaccine card, the health form, and our passport. And now we're all done. So now we look for the Schiphol Plaza to take us to the Sheraton. Hey, so you'll see when you're in the Schiphol Plaza, you see the signs to the Sheraton, and we follow those. Wow, this is big in here. So we go up here to the covered, interesting thing. So this is really crazy. It's really hard to hold your bag on these, so beware. The Schiphol Plaza. So there is a Hilton and a Sheraton, so that's good to know. And we just follow the signs. We made it. We're in Amsterdam. I'm so glad to have a pillow. Sheraton. Okay, and we've already done an online check-in. Such a great, convenient hotel right at the airport. Takes 2 minutes to walk to the airport, and then you can even go to your lounge, which we're gonna do for breakfast tomorrow. We are in room 311 at the Sheraton Amsterdam Airport. It's a nice, clean room. Huge television. And a beautiful airport view. We're only here one night, but lots of goodies. They are going to have a lounge connected that's under renovation for breakfast. So right now the breakfast is in the restaurant. And the bathroom. Oh wow, pretty. Oh, very nice bathroom, beautiful. Oh, and a robe, yay. I love my robes. I already hurt my feet in these shoes, so I had to change my shoes. Mercedes.
Here we are, my lady. To the Rijksmuseum, right?
Yes.
I arranged with a private driver here, Tony, to take us into the city.
When you arrive to Amsterdam, you have many options. We can offer you all of the options. Springtime, where you can visit the tulip fields, the Windmill Village, the Fish Village, many options. In the city, we can start with Van Gogh, House of Rembrandt, House of Anne Frank, many options. As well, visit the famous church, Wester Church in. Your wishes are ordered. What you prefer, we will arrange it.
And so today we're going to the
Rijksmuseum, yeah, which is the Rembrandt, very famous is there.
Yes.
The Night Watch, you know, the famous painting
Yes.
of Rembrandt, you will see it.
Nice.
We will do our best to give you a great time. And I hope all of the people who watch the movie, they will like it. Amsterdam, it's a multicultural city. From every country, every cuisine you can find options. But if you prefer like typical Dutch foods, I would say fish.
Oh, okay.
Because you know, Holland is, Netherlands or Dutch is based on the water side, connected to the North Channel, North Sea. You will find good fish restaurants. And always we can offer you the best option.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I am able to get you this great transfer if you
Thank
come
you
to
very much.
Amsterdam. So just let me know and I'll set you up.
Absolutely. Anytime, anywhere.
Thank you. So that's why the red lights are there in the windows.
The ladies are in the windows.
We are at the Rijksmuseum. It looks super cool. I'm so excited.
Because of COVID, all of the museums require you to have an appointment time for your entry. So with the I Amsterdam discount card that we got, we were able to book times with the Rijksmuseum at 2 p.m. You can enter when you have your appointment time.
There is a long line to get in. So we definitely want to see the Night Watch Gallery, Rembrandt, and Vermeer. Oh, I love Vermeer too. Start at 2, which is the Gallery of Honor, and Rembrandt and Vermeer. So they are scanning, they've already scanned, and they're going to clean this painting and take off the top layer of varnish and then try to restore it. This is the largest Rembrandt painting that he's ever done.
Brush strokes of Van Gogh are just like so amazingly impressive. I just love looking at them.
Don't smile so much. No, don't frown. Nice. So we're walking from the Rijksmuseum, and right there's the MoCo Museum. That's where Banksy is. And we're walking towards the Van Gogh. Van Gogh Museum right next to MoCo. Other museum, the Stedelijk. Found some shops. I might have to go buy some shoes. Everybody rides bikes here, so you have to be very careful crossing the streets not to get hit by the bikes. Into the bikes. Thank you. Oh, they give us green light. We are getting a little bite or a drink at Café Restaurant. Lemon bread with hummus and tapenade. You can also sit outside. We sat inside. This is the Sheraton at the airport, and Tony, our fabulous driver.
Hello, everyone.
Beautiful car. And this is the airport. My new boots. Perfect. Very Amsterdam-y. Sheraton's restaurant. I think it's funny they have a Chicago rub that is smoked paprika, nutmeg, mustard, garlic, and onion. It's very interesting. Is that Chicagoan? That's really interesting. Pepsi Max here, 0 sugar, maximum taste. And they gave me a stroopwafel with my coffee, caramel. Curious. I got just an appetizer smorgasbord. So this is my beef carpaccio. That looks delicious. This is the salmon tartare. And this is the Caesar salad. Looks delicious. Chicken and veggies. Perfect. Yay. So excited. Ready for going to EasyJet today to Basel. We are all checked out of the Sheraton, and as you can see, we are right in the terminal. So we just walk right over to our EasyJet flight. Also, the car rental's right here too. So if you're staying at the Sheraton, you can always rent a car from the airport. Makes it really super easy. And the flight information board is right here, so you can see where you're going. We don't check our bags, so we're just walking right on our EasyJet flight. Check-in area too, different flights. Hey, this is the airport plaza. So they have these interesting ramps here. It's really hard to keep your luggage from rolling down, so you have to kind of brace yourself. And this is the train right here also. So you can buy your train tickets right here too, if you want to take a train into the city. And we are going to departure 3. We already, we don't need to check our bags. We have our boarding pass, so we're just going to 3. There are ATMs also if you need some euros. And I'm sure there's exchanges here all over the place as well. Lifts. I need 2 hands for it. To go to gate M, so that is where we're headed. So they want to see our boarding passes through security, and now heading out to M. Okay, so for M gates, they don't tell us exactly what number we're in. We're supposed to wait in the outer area until they tell us what number. So there is not a whole lot of sitting areas out here in these gates. It's M1 to M7, so we just have to find a spot to wait. They tell you like the Alicante destination has M1, so then you go to your M1 gate. Oh, there are steps. M gates, you can wait out here in these chairs before you go back. There's nothing over there, so I'm gonna go get a coffee. These are super cute. Vending machine if you need some face masks or things to get some coffee. Wait out here instead of going all the way back to the gates. So it says go to your gate. There are steps. So I'm having Todd take my suitcase. So they asked for our boarding pass and our vaccination cards, and we had bought a carry-on that goes above and the backpack for below. You have to buy that, otherwise they put it in the hole. So they put the people who have the bags on the right side and people who don't on that side. I assume it's because we take a longer time getting on board. Well, we are on board the Crystal Debussy Debussy. It is a beautiful ship. We are in Speyer, Germany, which was unexpected. Tomorrow we're going to be taking a bus into Strasbourg. Yay, my home. So I can't wait to see it. I will take you on a little tour of the ship.
Good afternoon, welcome on board.
Thank you.
Welcome, good afternoon.
Thank you.
Find yourself.
Thank you.
Welcome on board, everyone.
Thank you.
This way, please.
Hello.
Good afternoon, welcome on board.
Hi.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. We made it on board. That is really good champagne. Escorted to the room. Elevator. So we're back on the deck where we entered. Hello, thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I will place your key cards here. Later on, Butler will come to introduce himself. Suite attendant also. Until that time,
Beautiful room. So I'm assuming that this opens, but I have no idea if it does. I'll ask the butler. They gave us 2 robes, a lightweight and a cushy, and slippers, laundry bags, a crystal bag, hair dryer, oh, a shoehorn, just what I needed, a safe. And because we have a butler, the butler's going to unpack for us, except we didn't get both of our bags yet. Ooh, champagne. And they give us an iPad here. I haven't gone in there yet.
I haven't touched it, I'm just looking.
This looks great. This is the key card they give us for the room. I'm not sure what these are.
It looks like it's for audio, like for a tour.
Our doorbell rang.
You can press this button behind your speaker, Mr. Milner. Can go like small balcony. Yeah.
Okay.
And you have this for mosquitoes and insects. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this fine?
Yeah, you can keep it going down.
Okay.
So it just goes all the way half. Okay, that's beautiful. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to know.
Make my room. I know you are out.
Okay, and you just press it for it to wake up.
And if don't forget
That button makes it go up and down. So this is really going to be similar to my Celebrity Apex cabin window. We'll see how similar next week. Perfect. We've arrived. This is our room on Crystal Debussy. It's one deck up to see the little pool area. Oh, this is cute. And you can go outside here also. It's nice. Yeah. Nice. This is actually the smoking area right outside the pool. Use your key card to get into. Now we're on deck 3. This is the bistro area right here, where you can have dinner. This is, oh, that's okay, you're good. Is the vista deck at the top. There's a bar up here. It's about 4 o'clock here. When you're on the river, it's just a really serene, beautiful way to sail. Very different from being on the ocean. It has staircases on both sides. Hi, thank you. It's a little wet out here today. Big long deck. Do you ever do al fresco dining up here? So there are these bikes that you can take when we are in our own smoking area up here. Yes. Lucky. Umbrellas. The front desk.
9:15.
And they have a little snack area here. One. And this is the fitness area. This is the guest laundry. It's self-serve. Will the butlers do our laundry if we want? Okay, great.
But this is if you want.
The spa treatment room. The wine dinings is the area that has snacks.
Bistro. My name is Latko.
Oh, this is bistro. Okay. Ah, so very private dining. Nice. We will definitely book that. Would like some ramen noodles? You can do that too. And they have tomato soup here. Very much. I think I found my favorite drink already. It is an elderflower grapefruit martini. Delicious. Wow. We're at Waterside for dinner.
Thank you.
Ah, thank you. This is the menu for tonight at Waterside. I would love some bread. Do you have something that's like a soft, cheesy?
Yes, this one.
Perfect. Decide you want the connoisseur wine. That is an extra charge. The all-inclusive wine is included. So tonight the wine is from Austria. Thank you.
The left page is our chef's cuisine, and on the right-hand side page, there's always local and traditional dishes. Yeah.
So is that side always the same?
Mix and match. No.
Oh, it's not.
Nothing
It's,
is same.
everything's different every day.
Except this, like I said, this is chef's cuisine.
Okay.
And this here is local dishes and traditional dishes. Yeah.
Ah,
Like local
okay.
tonight is Bill Zurich, since we're supposed to be in Basel, Zurich.
Ah,
And then traditional ones, there was like chicken, salmon, steak. This,
Got
like,
it.
included.
Thank you.
those are lobster croutons. And is it, what type of soup? A potato soup?
No, corn, sweet corn.
Oh, sweet corn. This is the tournedos with foie gras. Yes. This looks delicious. This is perfection. Cookies, raspberry, bread and butter pudding.
Vertically down, so you get all 3 layers.
Oh, you have to get that whole layer. Okay. I just want to say that that dinner was amazing. It was so good and delicious, and the desserts were the fabulous, amazing end to it. Such good food. Crystal cannot be beat. So this is the Musée des Beaux-Arts, the Fine Arts Museum, which I'm going to try to get to later.
So, and this one was looking in the direction of the spire.
Looking at the spire. So we're going to go inside the cathedral later this afternoon. You can see the people are already queuing up in lines to get in.
And even so, it's not strong enough. The foundations are not strong enough. They were not strong enough to see.
Some work on the square. Lots of places to eat, and it smells really, really good. You can just smell the wine cooking.
In winter, we don't want to keep it on the roof.
The ground is very uneven. We are going to get a canal tour, and the best seats are in the front, so make sure you sit in the front. And so sit on the right side in the front. So in the boat, I decided to be in the front seat on the left side, so I think we have a better view here, but we'll see. See what a beautiful view I have. I think that'll be much better. We're here for a canal tour in Strasbourg.
So good morning, my dear friends, my dear crystal guests. Welcome on board. Welcome. And together we are going to spend here about 45 minutes. So we are now doing this wonderful boat ride around the old center of Strasbourg. I think my colleagues, they told you that the old center of Strasbourg was built on an island. And now we're going to go around this island. And in 1988, the entire island was inscribed in the UNESCO World Heritage List, and a very nice example of a medieval town. And we do have here some remarkable buildings here on this island. Look ahead, and in front of us on our left, you can see this map. And here in Alsace, it's a really old tradition to put a rooster on a Protestant church. That's how it's different from a Catholic one. Right, you can also see the roofs of this. And the small windows in the roofs, it was kind of a ventilation system. So that in France we called a Napolitan disease or an Italian disease, but in the empire the disease was called a French disease. So we have a romantic one about syphilis. And this area is also famous because of these nice military towers on our left-hand side over there. They're quite old, they're even back to the end of the 12th, two city walls. And the city walls, they were completely removed at the end of the 19th century. Side there is an empty space, and by the way, we used to have there a big synagogue, and it was destroyed in 1940 by the Nazis. And as for the Jewish community, you know, before the World War II, we counted in Strasbourg about 10,000 Jewish people, and when they were started, all these people, they left Strasbourg and they moved to France. But even in France, they weren't safe because, as you remember, France was under the occupation of Germany during the World War II. And when the war was over, this Jewish community returned, came back here to Strasbourg, and if before the war we counted 10,000 people, but after the war we counted 8,000 people, so 2,000 people, they were killed. And as for local people, for Alsatian people, this period of the World War II, it was really very difficult. You know, when the Nazis came here, almost immediately they opened here a concentration camp. And they also opened a camp for re-education. So, and all these people who were disagree with the Nazis, they were sent to these camps. And the rules so that they stored here in Alsace, they were really very severe. For example, it was forbidden to speak French. Even if you were alone with your family, it was forbidden to speak French. And actually, any sign of this French sympathy that you could show, it was forbidden. It was forbidden to wear a beret, so this French hat, you know. And it's also forbidden to carry a baguette. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, baguette. Yeah. And for this, you could find yourself in a prison. And of course, the most terrible thing, it happened in 1943. I told this to my group this morning. In 1943, the Nazis, they started to enroll by force young Alsatian people. About 130,000 Alsatian people, they had to serve the German army during the World War II. You know, people quite often they ask me about the relationship between France and Germany. Well, I have to say that it was the World War II that completely broke the trust between two countries. I mean, after the Franco-German War in the 19th century, people here, they were more like happy. I mean, look at these beautiful facades. It was really very nice to live under the German rule, and it was really the Second World War that put an end to this joy. You know? And by the way, during this World War II, many Nazis officers, they lived in these houses. And of course, when the war was over, local people, they wanted even to destroy these houses. It's Palace of the Rhine, but it was built here for the Kaiser of Germany. It was a palace for the Emperor of Germany, for Wilhelm I. And by the way, Wilhelm I, he never saw this palace because he died before it was finished. So it was his grandson, Wilhelm II, who came here almost every year, and he spent here about 10 days. Only 10 days. And during the World War II, this place was occupied by the Nazis. And of course, when the war was over, people they wanted to destroy it. But we calculated, and we found out that to destroy it, it was more expensive than to keep it. So we kept it.
Here at the Musée des Beaux-Arts, it was about €7 to enter, and they needed a COVID pass. They accepted our Swiss pass. This is an exhibition of Henry's work. It's so haunting. The Café Le Gruber.
You want to take,
We had to show our Swiss COVID pass to get in. So we are in the Café Restaurant, which is in Strasbourg. It is a really cool little cafe. Our waiter is so nice, and he told me my French pronunciation is fabulous. French people are the best. So the specialties of this area are sauerkraut. So they have sauerkraut kind of casseroles, and then this Flammkuchen. I'm not sure how to say it. The pizza-like thing is called the Flammkuchen. It is a local dish, which is kind of between a quiche and a pizza. And I'm gonna have my French dishes that I love, escargot and French onion. And I got a coffee also. This is also one of the regional specialties. This is my French onion soup and my escargot. So we're gonna go inside. You need to see inside any bags that you have.
You have to make a wish before you touch them.
You have to wish before you touch. The date it was built, 1487.
It shows the old state.
This is a Renaissance astronomical clock. It's a show that will happen in 6 minutes. To check if they could fit through here, then they were thin enough to work on it. It's Wraps made with fruits from the countryside. Oh. Build a Hansel and Gretel candy house up at the top. Lots of good food on the street. Don't come down here hungry. This is the French part of the city, and we're going to cross over the bridge to the German side of the city. These trees are crazy.
Summer, they become huge. They're huge, huge leaves.
These are sycamore type trees. This is the Opera House right at the end of this road. It's the town hall. There's a train. This sturdy train drives people from here to Germany. There's two faces. One looks at the French side, one looks at the German side. So now we're going to the German side, which is similar to Berlin. That's the palace and all the administration buildings. And our bus is here to get us. Okay, we're back to the beautiful Rhine River. Oh, it's pretty out here. Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. So this is Mannheim. Oh, don't worry, I'm good. We actually didn't see any of Mannheim. We're here, so this is Mannheim. Oh.
What is it?
Another flower point. Just a touch of
Thank you. I'll take that too. Thank you. We have our room set up while we were gone to do the day. It's not the turn down service yet. So this is how they set it up for during the day. They just clean us up. Okay, dinner again at the window. Oh, I went to getting my still water.
Butter. Still doing wine.
Okay. Okay, thank you. My shadows are always so bad in here.
Today it's a white bachata, it's a dark one. Then we have the salty sticks, which are very popular. And we have the onion bread special for tonight.
Ooh, I'll do onion bread.
As a choice of butter, we have a salted and regular butter.
Sweet Riesling tonight, which is this. I didn't get you. This Riesling is so good. It's just smooth and sweet and delicious. Delicious. And it's all included on Crystal. So I got the oysters with caviar, oysters Rockefeller with caviar. Delicious. What was
No, but I don't remember what it was on.
salad. This is tonight's escargot after this afternoon's escargot.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna like this one. Then we also got a French onion soup. So we'll compare that to what we had in Strasbourg. So this is the duo of pork cheek and pork fillet. Is this the cheek here? This one's the cheek, and that's the fillet. I've never had pork cheek.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Crystal has done it again. Dinner tonight was amazing. The pork, I've never had pork cheek. So tender and delicious. And the way that they cook the fillet with sauerkraut, which is really a very big specialty of this region because it's German based as well as French based. So tasty. Oh my God. It's such good food. This is my beautiful brie for dessert. My favorite thing from the Crystal Esprit was the cheese desserts. Delicious.
Thank you.
That is the apple. That is my mocha. Okay, we got our turn down service. Let's see what we got today. I couldn't finish mine yesterday. These are the chocolates they left.
She ruined your faith with a casual life. Oh, she takes care of herself, gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind.
We can't dance to this though. Requested Sweet Caroline.
Oh, you have to share that.
Touching you, sweet Caroline. Oh, 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 so good. So
Now you're on. Crazy river cruisers.
I've been inclined to believe they
I get to edit.
Come on, dance, baby, dance. Dance. Show me you're good.
One last day in Mannheim, and we're going to the Carl Benz car museum. It's the Viking Hermod passing us. Today we're doing a late breakfast here in the bistro. Everything is up here also. You just have to ask for it. Got my morning cappuccino. I did try chocolate croissant today.
Bacon. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
And it facilitated, so the Treaty of Versailles also facilitated the rise of Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party in the 20s and 30s by the immense pressure that was put on the new democratic government at that time.
We've been told we're in bus number 2 today. You have to have your card and your vaccine card to show them.
Ms. Melanie, I noticed that you are joining us today for the Carl Benz Museum. It will be bus number 2 in the north.
Thank you. Bus 2, hello.
So this is the Carl Benz Museum
Yes.
in Ladenburg, so this is our bus.
Thank you. So these coaches are very comfortable. Some of them have chargers, like that one. So when they have the ability, you have the chargers at your seat.
So hello, welcome here in Mannheim.
We're at the Carl Benz Museum outside of Mannheim, Germany.
He showed that car at different fairs, mostly in the area, but nobody was interested and he got very frustrated. Then his wife, Bertha, she pushed and pushed, and she set for a ride to her mother to Potsdam, which is around 40 miles south of Mannheim. And she took her 2 sons, and she didn't tell Carl Benz what she was going to do. So they pushed the car out of the barn at 4 o'clock in the morning, and a couple of hundred meters away they started the engine and drove away. So that wasn't an easy feat, because the roads were only dirt roads and field roads, so you had that grass in the middle. And so you see it's a 3-wheeler, and I guess it's really not a pleasant ride, I would say. We have a model replica.
Berta Benz, who is Carl's wife, is the one who's really responsible for getting his first prototype actually working and being able to be sold. She used her garter, and she used her hat pin, and she was very creative at making it work. This is the Technoseum, the Technical Museum. Hey, back home. Hey, lunch today at Waterside. Hi. We're gonna have a beautiful table. Favorite thing. Desserts.
see this with the Lugalento. Kitchen carrots, kidney beans.
Oh my goodness. It's good. Is it?
It's a carrot and ginger soup. Care for one?
No, thank you. The pasta.
A little bit of rice. Yes. And some stew, please.
Some green and carrots. What's the stew called? Anything?
Traditional German, these two.
Would you like some
cooking?
Yes, I am making today a fusilli arrabbiata with prawns, garlic chips, and chili flakes with tomato sauce.
I'll have that.
Certainly.
Pardon me? Yes.
Do you like it spicy or not too much?
Not too much.
Not too much?
No.
Yes, certainly.
Mild.
That's it.
Garlic chips
Yes. Thank you.
and some parsley.
Sure.
Two rice. On top of the rice? Yeah.
Beautiful. Bring some back too. Go ahead. That's enough. I really just want one piece. Thanks.
He's our very handsome guy. Supervisor.
Thank you. So there's a sandwich of the day.
Monte Cristo.
They always have hamburgers and cheeseburgers as well. Correct?
You know how is the story of the cheeseburger to the Monte Cristo?
No, tell me.
Monte Cristo escaped from the Eve, the castle with this sandwich.
Ah, okay.
It's not confirmed, but
Looks like. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Melny.
Yes, Castle.
For the Heidelberg Castle, it will be bus number 1.
Thank you. Number 1. So we're still in Mannheim this afternoon, and we're going to take a tour of Heidelberg and go to the Heidelberg Castle. So I've never been to Heidelberg, so this will be fun. One of the requirements for this one is that you have to fill out a contact tracing form. So that is one of their COVID requirements for the Heidelberg Castle.
Welcome to Mannheim. My name is Monica. I am the bus guide today. In Heidelberg, we will divide the groups to have, smaller groups. And you please don't forget to fasten your seatbelts, and please don't forget to wear your mask. Actually, there's a mask mandate on buses in this state of Baden-Württemberg. Weekends are the best time to go for a walk or to go hiking on the King's Seat. And people would collect, mushrooms and chestnuts. Have a look on the right. You get the first glimpse of the castle. Here, the old city of Heidelberg with the 3 churches. The church with the green tower is St. Peter's Church, Protestant church. So the ones who are running out of battery. Is that here, of course? And right up against each other and nesting walls. All of the stars and the bathrooms are around the corner.
Das ist schon mal was über den Wert von Orangen aussagt.
Ja, das hat natürlich.
Today I'm here at Heidelberg Castle. Heidelberg is just a beautiful little picturesque village, an old city to walk around and shop and enjoy. So they want us to show vaccination certificate to get in. So they did take our Swiss QR codes.
The drawbridge. Now there's a stone bridge. Up, we collect, hold it, French hold it, and we don't know what's happening. Heidelberg Castle is not a homogeneous construction. Its corner were formerly the kitchen, the bakery, and the slaughterhouse. Today there's a restaurant.
The sundial says 3 o'clock.
Get it?
It's actually 3:25.
A little late. In the year.
Oh. That's Hercules. And it's the same face as the ruler. So Henry is the ruler. This is Faith, Hope, and Charity. David holding Goliath's head. Apollo.
To comment that this statue is holding an anchor in her like this.
Strength.
Justice.
And justice.
Here they knowing the days of the is Luna. Her name is Luna in Germanic language. Agnes, Vendredi.
That is Charlemagne. Frederick Palace.
And so on.
I don't know.
Are you smiling?
Yeah.
The Nazis commissioned a huge
Well, that sounds like a personal
like
problem.
Greek theater, round theater, building on top of that mountain. Halfway.
So the smokestacks in the background, that is actually Mannheim where we started. This is a big wine barrel. Hidden frogs and lizards.
Later in the photo, maybe.
Now we are in Old Heidelberg for a little city tour, shopping, and free time.
Road with that, that word with that strange character, looks like a B but is an S, is always parallel to the river. Straße when you come back, and then you make a left.
The Red Ox
Founded in 1839 and since then it's been run by the same family. The 6th generation already. And the longest people. Oh good God. The biggest camp. They have nice stuff here. I know you don't need food. And over there on the floor you see the white stone. It's elevated very nicely. And what time? And that's also the way to the bridge behind the next court.
Chocolate. Kissing head chocolate. Right there. This smells so good, I had to look.
So, Kinder.
Bro, du warst in der Bahn. I think so.
So cold here today. We had to warm up with some coffee. Back at Mannheim. We're leaving, so we're not going to be here tomorrow. I actually don't know where we're going to be tomorrow. I will have to tell you tomorrow. Oh.
It will warm you up from inside.
Yay, just what I need.
Please.
Ooh, thank you. I don't know how to do this. Okay.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. This is so good. Thank you. Dinner time again at Waterside. Hi. Oh yes, I have to have the foie gras tonight, and of course the caviar also, and lobster night. Yum.
Diese Austrian Chardonnay, Gesselman.
Oh no, this is white also.
Yes.
Okay.
Diese grüne Wildner, we had last night grüne Wildner, comes from Krauenburg and more Texity. And it's just a stunning food one. Love it.
Port wine jelly here, then we have apple sorbet, honey truffle, go around, bread brioche, soaked in butter, then this is foie gras perles, almond croquant, fresh figs and edible flowers.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
One is gonna be the unsalty butter.
Okay.
The half moon is gonna be salty.
Ah, we get both tonight.
And from our selection for tonight is gonna be white ciabatta, brown ciabatta, or salty one, salty stick actually.
So what? I like soft bread.
Soft. All of them they're crusty outside and soft inside. Mostly
okay.
Italian types.
Okay, I like salty too.
Salty too.
Yeah.
Very well. So this is your
okay. Thank you. So many decisions to make on Crystal. Also sticks. Oh, caviar. Sorry. I love caviar. And this is the salad, which looks lovely. Thank you. Delicious dinner tonight. It's caviar, foie gras, lobster, filet. Oh my God. They are so totally spoiling us. And fabulous wine. Really good. Thank you, Crystal. There's the lobster and the filet. Perfectly cooked, of course, like everything here. Oh my God. So good. Look at this claw. This is amazing. So good. I just can't believe how good the food has been here. Like tonight's dinner is the foie gras, caviar, and lobster. It's just so amazing. Like you just don't expect to get this with all included in your fare for a cruise. So incredibly good. Crystal, you are blowing me away with your food. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. I just want to tell you what an amazing, every meal that we've had here has been just out of the world amazing. At Michelin star quality in every aspect. So thank you so much.
And there's so much more to come.
Well, you gave me foie gras, caviar, and lobster today, so I don't know how you can outdo any of that.
Oh well, it's not only the products which make the Michelin star inspired food. It's also what we make out of the products. For example, one of the days will come the mushroom tart. It's as simple as that. It's crunchy, outside, inside mushroom. So creamy with a little bit of cheese, cream cheese, and so on. That is, it's not just the expensive product.
Right. Well, even the Monte Cristo sandwich that was at lunch today was amazing, and the hamburger amazing. I mean, I didn't eat it, but I looked at it. So really, really well done.
Thank you. And please enjoy the rest of the evening and have a good night.
Thanks very much. That is my Kahlua and coffee. I love the spoon. He's going to eat it all.
Yes, I can explain what is inside.
Okay.
We have vanilla cream on the bottom, then we have a dark sponge, then is nougat mousse, we have chocolate ice cream, some pearls, chocolate, white pearls, red berries, and chocolate.
Wow. And profiteroles. I think we got everything.
Yeah. So here we have banana split.
Goodness.
We have a chocolate cake, dark sponge in the middle, banana split, vanilla cream around, and fresh bananas.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love me too, you know I love you, I'll always be true, so please love me too, oh love me too, I wanna hold your hand. This is the club that the Beatles first played in when they played in Liverpool city centre, not the Cavern. The Cavern Club became famous because they were playing there more frequently at the time they became famous. Okay, so that's 1961 for the Cavern. In the Blue Angel, 1960, they performed there. 1960, and the reason being, for the people at the back who probably can't read it, it says that the Beatles' original manager, Alan Williams, he owned the club. And goes on to say nearly throughout Judy Garland after the premiere of A Hard Day's Night. But anyway, if you go to Liverpool and they'll take you to the Cavern Club, you may as well go around and see this place. It's just around the corner. They have a huge photograph inside the front door of the Beatles' first performance there. So. 'Cause I don't care too much money, money can't buy me love. But when I get on to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. She's got it to get it right. She's got it to get it right, but she don't care. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. Such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. And the map has Penny Lane on the left-hand side and Strawberry Fields on the right. And that's in South Liverpool. Strawberry Fields is in a place called Woolton Village. And I used to live in Woolton Village. And just down the road, as you can probably see there, is Penny Lane. That's in Allerton. And they're not special places. They're not special places. They are now because of the Beatles, but they're just parts of Liverpool that they wrote about as they were growing up. That's all they are. And Penny Lane, just to prove the point, I also lived on Penny Lane, number 86 actually, which is some useless information for you. But here's a picture. There's Penny Lane, just a typical street. One thing they will not tell you is halfway down Penny Lane, which is not a long street. It's not, what, no more than a mile. Definitely not a mile. Halfway down is this place called Dovedale Towers. And it's a bar, restaurant, guest house. And Freddie Mercury used to live here. Yeah, Freddie Mercury. So when you go down Penny Lane, they'll tell you all about the Beatles, because you're on a Beatles tour, excursion. They don't tell you that. Because you're on a Beatles tour, not a Queen tour. But it's actually quite important, and this is a Beatles themed set, you could say, so I won't talk too much about it. But it's actually quite important in the history of Queen, because whilst Freddie Mercury was living in this place, is when he met some of the band members of Queen in a bar that is now called the Magnet. Hop in there for a pint, have a lunch or something if you ever go there. It's on Penny Lane, it's got musical history besides the Beatles. So, yeah, there we go. Anyway, Penny Lane, I used to live on Penny Lane, I'm from Woolton Village, all this area. I actually lived on the other side of Strawberry Fields. John Lennon's childhood home was on the other side, you used to be able to see it. Nothing special, but there you go. Here's Penny Lane. On the corner is a bagger with a motor car. The little children laugh at him behind his back. And the bagger never was a man. In the pouring rain, very strange Penny Lane. under blue skies. I said, and meanwhile I keep. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were meant to go out and get her. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Orloff, and she's going to be doing modern strings, and that's mixing a classical instrument together with. She's an amazing violinist, which you will see tomorrow evening. That's going to be at 9:30 tomorrow night. I know we're selling the Rhine Gorge in the afternoon. I mentioned the other night I will be having on the piano some artist sketch pads and pencils and pencils.
Getting ready for disco night. I don't like this music.
This music is awesome.
You're
so
young.
Come back to ECL. Don't blame me.
Guys, come on, get back in there.
Tonight we got our turn down service, which is always awesome. There's our turn down chocolates, which I can't eat. In Rudesheim this morning to the bistro for breakfast again today. I'm not really hungry, and I think I'm going to save some room for some of that hamburger or something for us this afternoon. It looks like we're docked on the lower deck today. Easy walk off. We can take a bike ride. So I got an eggs Benedict. I know I said I wasn't going to eat. Thank you. And an omelet for Todd. Hello, morning. We're in Rudesheim. Thank you. So our little train is picking us up right here. Oops. So those are the bikes, and these bikes are actually motorized, so you don't even have to work.
Right.
At the same time, Zwingner and his family of workers must repair the posts and wires harvested. Besides this lady.
Did you see me
crying? That's what happened. The middle part is a cross relief representing 130th Street up several times, and nowadays.
It's one of the largest collections of data-operated instruments in Europe. And all these instruments were built between 1780 and 1930. There are 16 different instruments inside. For example, we have flutes at the front, trumpets at the back, a xylophone, a piano, and lots of others. One string being played by each violin. So a violin has 4 strings, but here are only 3 being played in total. And the bow goes round and round and is made of horsehair like a normal bow. Costs about $500,000.
Oh, wow.
It took about 3 to 4 weeks of labor.
What is the pricing? These are the bird boxes.
There's a few.
We're gonna walk around the city a little bit. The little streets with the shops are small and cute with like cobblestone. Really pretty little city, that Rudesheim. Hello. It's funny. Super interesting. They talked about a special coffee drink that has brandy and it's hot and sounds really yummy. We're crossing over the train tracks to walk along the river back to the boat. Thank you.
Yep.
I hope it's me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so cold. Okay, we're gonna have lunch at Waterside again. Hello, thank you. Thank you. Oh, nobody's back. We're like the only ones here today. Oh, I always go on the wrong side. I'm sorry. So they have ribs today. Pretty. And what else is there different today? Anything different?
We have the Brussels sprout with the bacon bits.
Oh, nice.
From the steamed veg. It's the barbecue sauce for the ribs. With the garlic bread, aioli, soup is lentil.
What kind of
lentil
soup is
with
it?
frankfurt.
Ooh, nice. They have Brussels sprouts today.
Then pasta today is arrabbiata.
Okay.
The roulade, the German roulade with stuffed root vegetables, bacon, with potato wedges, wild rice pilaf, broccoli and carrot gratine, and trout.
Very nice.
And all the temptation just behind.
We ordered cheeseburgers. And of course, salad if you're being good.
Cold appetizer.
Interesting. What is that? Is that a potato salad? Yeah.
It's German potato salad with the mayo and it's like the volcano ham with the cheese. Very nice.
Very nice. Thank you. Of course, the cheese plate for dessert. I love about Crystal, they have the best cheese. So they're giving us some still water tea. The service of Crystal is exceptional. He'll do still also. Thank you.
Rudesheim coffee is on the way.
Thank you. This is the special Rudesheim coffee.
Famous Rudesheim.
And so they put brandy in it and coffee. It is a specialty of this region, so I cannot wait to try it. This is a special Rudesheim coffee with brandy and hot coffee. I can't remember what else is in it. So good. It really warms you up. It goes down very warm. The amazing cheeseburger. Oh my gosh. Hot got one too. Had to have a little of my brie.
Here you go! Rhine castles of Germany along the Rhine. And this is our fourth day. Very, very cold. And these two think that they are from Florida. Well, they are from Austin, Texas, but it's not that warm. I can tell you that.
Headed out for our next stop. It's so cold out. This hot mulled wine is so delicious.
I will be referring to a Rhine kilometer. Europeans were very efficient with marking the Rhine. So they started from Lake Constant, which is right we're going along. And very important, we just passed one with a little cross. You will see there's a whiteboard with a cross. informs that there are either no ships or just ships.
Special treat. It is so cold out. This hot mulled wine is so delicious. This is so good. Okay, we got a form about our disembarkation. They provide transfers to the Amsterdam airport between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. So they wanted our airport information and our desired time. I chose 9:30 because they didn't actually say 10. Dinner on our side again. Thank you. Hi.
Welcome.
Oh, it's pretty out today. Thank you.
Choice of water is still of stock.
Still, please.
The others are the regular bed for every night. It's a white bachata, dark, and a salty stick. Comes with your choice of the butter, salted or unsalted.
I think the olive
The
bread
olive,
for
excellent
me.
choice. Very good.
Thank you.
The choice of butter, please.
I don't use butter. I will do that one. Tastes delicious. The gravlax and Cobb salad. Potato soup. That looks good. So this is the sweet Riesling. Thank you. Oh, this is the flank steak and brats, which was recommended, so we'll see how that is. And this one is the bronzini. This is my brownie sundae. Yes, please. Thank you. That is the double baked cheesecake. Hey, we have docked in Koblenz, and so if people want to get off of the boat and go enjoy the city, they can do that now. So it's turned down service tonight again with tomorrow's activities and a letter. Oh, they're trying to get us to book next cruise. If you get offered a next cruise offer, just tell them that I'm your travel agent and to put me on your booking. So today we have a special guest, Julia Orloff. Tried Bailey's coffee tonight.
You know who it's for.
Thank you.
And I'm going to display it on the screen. Here we go. It's going up. It's for Lenny.
Oh no, he's showing it. Pretty good. Thank you.
It's in it to win it. Don't you forget that. There'll be a jury group. So congratulations, round of applause to Lady Melanie for her effort on the castle. Thank you so much for that. All right.
Get the boat in there.
I know.
Classical instrument mixed with modern and contemporary music. Without further ado, can we give a warm Debussy welcome to Julia Orloff.
Thank you.
away. Sweet Caroline.
We're on the river. Sometimes river ships dock right next to you and have to walk through your ship to get to the shore. Side for breakfast today. Oh, nice. Thank you.
All right. So you're
I'm just doing an
Oh,
omelet.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You don't need to see where we're going.
Thanks, Sammy. Oatmeal.
With the brown sugar and cinnamon, this is French toast.
Hello. What kind of French toast is it?
The French toast is with the raisins inside.
Raisins.
And then you have the maple syrup to put over.
Okay.
And the sausages, we have two choices today. This is pork sausage and we have the chicken sausage.
Oh, this was chicken
Yeah, for the
sausage.
people that
I was trying to
don't,
figure out what the difference was.
Some
Okay.
people they don't eat pork, so
Ah,
we
okay.
have some chicken
Perfect.
with the steamed rice and some tomatoes with the zucchini.
To get another beautiful Eggs Benedict today, which you can order from the kitchen. It does not come from the buffet area. So this is Koblenz, Germany. Oh, I went the wrong way. Good morning. All right, now we're in Koblenz, Germany. Oh, man. That's okay. Thank you. Hello. I canceled. It's kind of chilly today, but it's not too bad. It's like 40s. Cleaning while we're away. People actually called the police. Were real women trying to jump. This is a hotel. You can actually sleep inside the barrels. This is actually the Moselle River. We had taken a turn off of the Rhine. This is the original building from the 15th century that wasn't destroyed during the war. So the painting is symbolic as the bridge from the past to the future. This is the old synagogue. This was the synagogue. It was destroyed during World War II, but they were able to hide the Torah scrolls behind a secret wall, and the one survivor came back and found it, and then they're in the current Koblenz synagogue today. The eye roller. So this man who is in the sculpture was wrongly executed, so he made a grimace down at the execution area. See his tongue.
Little peppermint.
She sold peppermint rolls to drunk men so that they wouldn't smell like alcohol when they got home. Performance here. They found that they used the cemetery stones from the Jewish cemetery to build that church.
Big town in Germany and in Europe too, we have these special stones. We call them the...
Those stones commemorate Jewish people who had lived here. They don't know exactly where they lived necessarily, but they're called stumbling stones to remember them. This is the Mint Marketplace. This is the Jewish quarter. There was a gate at the end, the Jewish gate. It was destroyed in the 18th century. The synagogue in the 14th century that had been destroyed as well, and they don't know exactly where it was.
You see, he have a big smile here on his face.
The shopping street. I guess maybe marijuana is legal here. There are only about 1,000 Jews that still live in this area. The 22 survived from the 500 who were sent to the camps, and only one came back. Maybe I'll buy some more shoes. The sculpture is about the dirty water and bad times here when the floods would have bad water. Original wall from the Roman Castle. Seem to really like smoking here. Home again.
Just a second, I'll be with you. I can give you a picture.
So it is 3 days before our trip back to the United States. So we are headed out to go find some COVID testing. There is a place here that's open and it accepts credit cards. It's 15 euros a person. So we are gonna go try to find it. All right, so from Paradise, we're supposed to take a slight right on Münzplatz. Now we take a right onto Markstrasse. Take a left on Fulgas. I like the German style, barefoot mannequins. We're kind of in the big city now, so now we are going across. We're supposed to go on Zentraplatz, this way. We found it, Forum Confluentes Schnelltest Station. This is the place. So first you scan that QR code, you sign in, you get a QR code to give them for your results. 15 euros each to do the rapid test. You take credit cards.
So, on second, there is everything about the email and the password.
Oh, okay.
This is for you.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Your mouth?
Oh, my mouth?
Yes, and I'll let you know. Okay?
Okay.
For both.
Okay.
Okay, so please open your mouth and say ah. And your tongue please out. Yeah, and say ah.
Yikes.
And now your nose.
Okay.
So
Oh my God. This
Yeah,
is very
so nice.
different from America.
Yeah.
Quite the process here. Okay, that was so much worse than American testing. But we'll have the results in 15 minutes and they're going to email it to us. And then we can do our Verify app so we can do our online check-in. So it makes it super easy when flying back to the United States. We're almost back to the Moselle in our ship. Other side again for lunch. It smells good today.
Did you find this thing?
German meatloaf.
Hello.
Hello. Just taking
So today
videos.
Karin had the Middle of is a German version of the Middle of American.
Ah.
So this one is with the cheese and vegetables.
I'll do that there. There we go.
And this one is plain.
Oh, there's a plain
meat
one.
is with veggies and cheese.
I see. You have
I
two
like this one more
options.
than that one is more tasty. Some pepperonata with the steamed vegetables.
Right.
Soup of the day is cream of 3 onions.
Cream
With
of-
chives and onion straw.
That looks delicious too. Okay.
If you go for the pasta, we have the capellini pasta, alioli with chili flakes.
Lovely.
Right over there were the two main courses of today. The fish is the salmon. And this is chicken hunter style with brown rice, mashed potato. And some
Lovely.
pumpkin with beef.
Have some of the mashed potatoes. Looks beautiful. Thank you. Always. Same every day. Oh, but this is a little different. Okay, we have completed our Verify app now. Really simple. We got our PDF document that was password protected, so we had to take a screenshot of the document because you can't upload password protected PDFs. And we had to tell them that we were vaccinated first, and then it allowed us to select a test within 3 days of our trip. So we are all set to return. Verify has approved us for returning to the United States, and we will do our online check-in 24 hours in advance, like always, and then head off to America. Now we can enjoy the rest of our trip. I ordered the Reuben today. All right. They want the tickets to the Marksburg Castle today. Plus one. Nice.
Thank you.
Artistic vision.
Nice. Oh, that's as good
Oh,
as
you
I
got a
do.
photographer too?
Ta-da! So this ground is very rocky and uneven. This is very rocky.
His walk is on the Marksburg Castle. Even sometimes they put signs sitting on a horse.
And they have a shop if you'd like some souvenirs. And there is like a little food, restaurant, snacky stuff. Drinks. So you can get tickets to go alone if you don't want to go with the ship. Waterside for dinner again. I hope slippers are okay. Window.
Oh, right.
We did already see this.
I just didn't remember what it was.
What do we have today?
For today we have a selection of the bread which is white ciabatta, brown ciabatta, or we have the dry tomato seeds.
I like soft inside.
Soft inside, they are all of them. They are crispy outside and soft inside.
Yes,
and
go
it's,
ahead.
by the way, it's a Crystal Sea Reserve, so it's our company's wine cellar. Okay. Or we have our beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles, California.
So I just can't get enough Riesling. Of course, we're in the right region for that. Can I get the label? Thank you. Oops. Thank you. Perfect. The goat cheese souffle. Appetizer looks delicious. Salad.
Here's your schnitzel. Friday is some anchovies on the top. Like roast beef.
Thank you.
I wish you bon appetit. Enjoy.
What is this?
Excuse me?
What is
It's
this?
a German potato
Oh,
salad.
German potato salad. Okay, thank you. They were so sweet to me, and I saw Bananas Foster on the bistro menu tonight, and I just really, really wanted it. So they are so nice. They made it for me down in the restaurant. This is, oh, go ahead.
There you go.
Oh.
So we're gonna add a little Grand Marnier liqueur, and then we're gonna add, it's a vanilla sauce and it contains Grand Marnier also. Whoop. There we go.
This is the Grand Marnier souffle for tonight.
Yes. Anything else I can do for you?
I don't think so. And we got our turn down service and our activities for tomorrow in Cologne. Chocolates.
Dancing, you really didn't want to see that.
Don't know what we're doing yet.
Can I have your attention, please, because this is a very serious competition, and you're not allowed to have fun. That's the most important thing. There's too much fun happening. There's too much fun. I'm not doing my job properly. Okay, so you'll hear a real word. Then you're going to hear 3 different definitions of that word, and then you have to decide who is telling the truth. Okay, so that's it. So let me introduce our celebrity panelists. First up, we have Giovanna. She is your river concierge on the front desk. Now, let me tell you, this is Giovanna's first time doing this, but I'm pretty sure it won't be her first time telling lies. I'm pretty sure about that. We have your Crystal Society hostess, Elena. That's right, it's her birthday. We have your destinations manager, Dan. Okay, let's do it. So we have our celebrity panelists.
In 2018, I visited South Africa. I went to see my boyfriend. So we went for safari. Among the other animals, we saw a family of rhinos. Basically, there he goes. There's an oxpecker. If you should see my face, an oxpecker? Isn't it a rhino? He says, take the binoculars, look better. And there it is, a small bird. He explains further, this is a small bird that sits on big animals and eats the insects from them. And that's an oxpecker.
Why I'm saying this? Because I'm first of all telling the truth. 6 years ago, when I was a bit younger, exactly for this date, I bought myself a present, and it was the trip to Africa. Not South Africa, Africa, precisely Uganda. And I volunteered. I stayed a month and a half with the orphanage kids in school and so on. And then at the end, I've decided I'm going to take a trip to a national park. And there, on the way, we picked up a person that they called an oxpecker. And I didn't understand what it is, but later on when he came out with all his cameras and so on, and the equipment that he had, this is what they explain, it's oxpecker. It's the camouflage photographer that takes the wild animal, but he has that equipment, this green thing, and that's what they call oxpecker. So this is what it is.
Well, first off, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't really believe them, and the reason for that is I am African, so
That's true.
No, of course not. No, oxpecker, believe it or not, is a mushroom. Now, it's a hallucinogenic type of mushroom. It grows in the foothills of the Black Forest as well as on other continents as well. And the reason why it's called it, there's a picture right there of it, and the reason why it's called an oxpecker is because in these parts what's happening when the people with the cows come out and the oxen tend to eat this mushroom, and then they go a little bit crazy and they start butting their heads on the trees. And I think there's a picture of what happens. That's an extreme case of when it's eaten too much oxpeckers. And you can see the farmer there trying to get the ox or the bull out of the tree. So that's the oxpecker. It's a mushroom, hallucinogenic mushroom, and it's you can find it in the foothills around here. And I know that because I'm African. You don't get these.
And I believe that when we hit Amsterdam, there's an excursion to go and taste these things.
There's an excursion. You can have some oxpeckers. It's
well acquainted with that.
So, thank you for your
oxpecker out after that.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually Giovanna. You can tell it's her first time playing it because she wasn't sure if she was telling the truth herself.
Walt Disney had Pinocchio as part of the characters, and Pinocchio is actually Pinocchio's sister. And there you have it. It was originally Pinocchio's sister, but then in the final draft they decided to go along with Pinocchio instead. So
They're all telling the truth. No.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know.
Morning from Cologne. We are here and ready for our Jewish History and Rise of Nationalism tour, which is a walking tour. Hey, late riser breakfast. You just ask them to cook you whatever from the kitchen. I'm trying a chocolate muffin today. Pretty. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. Yowie. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Yes. Hello.
Will be our guide for today.
Okay.
Print pups together with Hitler. And the building, which is still here, and you see giant plans. They wanted to construct something.
So this was where the concentration camp was here in Cologne before they sent them to Chernow. This is one of the Viking tours. There's another Viking tour.
The beginning of March.
This is Central Station, right next to it. We are on top of the Philharmonics here.
One man is waiting for pedestrians.
You can't
and
walk
it's not
on the
allowed
square because they're playing music underneath. This is a monument for the Holocaust victims done by an artist from Israel.
I want to show you something. It was made out of sandstone. Just take a little bit far away. Old stuff.
These are Roman coffins.
Jewish men, and in this days everybody understood, yes, because of the heads.
The Christmas markets here look like this. Louis Vuitton is here. This is the Excelsior Hotel right on the square across from the cathedral. Mama's here too.
Crossing section. So this would have been.
I mean, we've been to Monaco together.
Animals. That was a pretty amazing cathedral. That is a Roman gate. And this is one of the most expensive hotels of Cologne, the Excelsior Hotel. Café Restaurant. Pick up a taxi here, or take the little mini train, or a hop-on bus. Salam.
Again, 5,000 students. But sometimes history is really cynical, because this
was the headquarters of the SS and the Gestapo in Cologne.
93% of the building.
And the Gestapo prison was in the basement. He was tried for his war crimes here. He was responsible for 70,000 deaths. Thought that was interesting. Be a nice hotel. This was a Roman villa, and the floor is still there.
It was very rich and they typical for Cologne is how it was discovered in 1941. We are thinking today during the war. And
that's a
in
mikveh.
this case, you see like the Romanesque mikveh.
That's the Gothic
Was
synagogue.
made, which symbolized the victory of Christianity.
They made a chapel out of the synagogue. So this pig sculpture is actually a symbol of Jews. It's dishonor to be associated with the dirty animal, of course. And there's a small man under it drinking the milk of the pig. That also symbolizes the Jewish community being, drinking out of the dirty pig. So this cathedral is actually filled with anti-Semitic imagery and built with not so nice things for the Jewish people. Philharmonic is playing, so they're guarding this. Seeing lots of river cruise ships today. This is the Viking Al Runa. So you can see where Crystal is docked. Very close in, so you can just walk over to the city if you'd like. And we're home. Time for lunch. Guess we have some visitors.
So, welcome back.
Thank you.
See you. Welcome back.
Okay, lunch in Waterside. Hi. Let's see what we have today. Oh, those look very interesting. I don't know what that is.
The lamb,
Okay.
rosemary demi-glace, ratatouille,
Ratatouille.
and the steamed vegetables.
Okay.
Pasta of the day with the chili, with the spicy sausage, tomato sauce.
That's good. I think I'll stick with
The main course is
like
the
some
fish,
sauce? Yes,
harder with the
a
butter.
little bit.
And then the meatballs is a typical German meatballs with capers and white sauce.
Enjoy.
Rice, kidney beans, stew, and polenta.
Polenta. Okay, interesting. Oh, lychee.
Lychee is family. It's a
Oh.
rambutan called.
Okay, tell me what it is. Oh, is it good? Is it delicious?
Rambutan.
Interesting.
It is family, but this is a
And then the salads. Oh, that looks good. This is the chili dog. Okay, we're headed out. They're singing Moon River inside. Whoops, got my Bailey's coffee.
I know that the vintage room is on this evening. I'm not sure who's going. Save you some brain power, maybe. In that the title is not in the lyrics. So if you're singing along in your brain, try and find it. You'll never come to it. But it's a well-known piece anyway. We're at number 20 now, the final one. And this is, it's not even my opinion, I'm telling you for a fact. It's the most difficult one on the trivia. And for that reason, I'm going to give you a clue. Cool. It's from the movie Grease.
Oh. I should know
These that came in.
Okay, so I think
Fashionably
we got
late.
some right.
Okay, so the first one wasn't Hey Jude. Just want to clarify that again. That was a joke. I said the first one's easy. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. That's why I'm easy. I did tell you that it's called Easy.
Got it. Easy like Sunday morning.
Number 2. In the morning sun, I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, feel my arms again. And it's me you need to show. How deep is your love? How deep is your love?
Okay, we got that one.
All right, number 3. The title is not in the lyrics.
It isn't.
Oh, my love. So there's no point carrying on.
Unchained melody.
Unchained
melody.
Unchained melody.
3 for
Unchained
3.
melody.
Woohoo!
Country road, take me home to the place that I belong.
West Virginia.
Country road.
Mountain Mama. Take me home.
I think I'll have to play these later this evening.
4 for 4.
Number 5. And I say yes, you look satisfactory.
Wonderful.
Sorry, wonderful, that's right. No wonder my wife doesn't like that song.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Lady never. Oh, I just said it. Lady. You know what? I can't stand that song. I can't stand it. That's probably why I said it subliminally. Maybe he speaks highly of me, but I won't do him the same. Where the sun beats down, burns a tar upon the roof. Under the boardwalk, and down by the sea.
Down by the sea. Under the boardwalk.
Under the boardwalk.
Ah.
yesterday. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
I walk the line, I walk the line. But you know what?
We got it.
Just how happy you made me, oh Mandy. You gave and you gave
without taking.
Mandy. Did we put brandy?
No. Brandy's a good song though.
Which one's that?
Summer Lovin'.
And therein lies the trick.
Not so easy.
You know what?
We got 12 out of 20. It's not shabby. Oh, we got a 19. So there's some snacks out that are delicious. That's Portuguese pudding tarts, I think is what they are.
Portuguese custard.
Portuguese custard. They're Portuguese custard tarts that are delicious. And look at these pretzels. Oh my God. They try to get you really fat here. I guess it's the special ice cream area here. Oops. Come on.
Whose ice cream is it? We also have sorbet.
Thank you very much.
So you don't put this stuff on it. I decided to lie down and see the beautiful view with my open window. Oh, that's nice. This is the way to cruise. So with my window open, you can hear the sloshing of the water. Very relaxing. We are cruising to Amsterdam. So we're having our special dinner tonight at Vintages. It's beautiful. Gotta have some water between the wine. I didn't realize they had given us actual personalized menu.
Before we start recording, just check it out.
Voila! Welcome to the vintage room. Cheers, everyone! Cheers!
I'm the restaurant manager on board, and I'm overall in charge for our food and beverage operation. I would like to introduce my small team, which one is going to take care about your dining room experience tonight. Tonight with me is our, you already know her. The Milan from Bulgaria, Mr. Zlatko from Macedonia, great descendant of Alexander the Great. And we have Marcel from Romania, going to assist us tonight with our serves. I'd like to say a couple of words. Right behind this wall, we have a small galley where our executive chef is preparing the food specially for you. And he's going to explain every single dish, same like we're going to do for all wines. I would like also to mention a couple of things about the butter you already have on the table. So in the middle is our salty one, and the left side is the spinach, and the right side the red one, it's a sun-dried tomato. We also have additional sourdough bread in the middle, so you can please yourself. We're also going to serve the rolls. That being said, I would like to keep you informed. We're going to pick up your menus in front of you. Your butlers, they're going to deliver in your suite, just as a reminder for this dinner you're going to spend. Wow, thank you. Please stay with us tonight. Thank you.
70 days under the blanket.
Next is pork
Thank you.
All heroes don't wear capes. So.
Whichever. There we go.
Liquid cold.
This is the foie gras. And this wine is amazing.
Drink wine, you know. I do occasionally. I'm a bit of a rebel, if you haven't noticed yet. I like to break rules. And now, especially after having a sweet wine, I think there's nothing better to cleanse your palate than champagne.
This is the risotto.
Wow. Sampled over to the one in
Yes.
So that is beautiful red.
That is.
This artist.
Yes.
Oh, it's Cabernet Sauvignon blended with
Right.
And then this.
So rich. This is our main course, the short rib. Looks delicious with our special wine.
It does.
Thank you.
So.
It is the worst drink.
And at the time, I'm a college student. I'm in.
This is the dessert. Oh, this is the cheese course.
Yes.
The cheese dessert course.
Thank you.
When the right side comes out.
Look at this
right?
beautiful
So
color.
I can see.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the white
What's
chocolate
this? Red.
dessert course. Oh my god! I think I've been drinking too much.
I'm your pastry chef on board. I am in charge with all the sweets and desserts and bread and Danish and everything that you have freshly baked in the morning. I come just to introduce this wonderful dessert. It's a nice story with this dessert. We have white chocolate olive oil mousse. Yeah. Inside in the middle you will find also a little bit of olive oil caviar. And the ice cream, it's parsley and banana. Yeah. The interesting story, it's one passenger, I think 3-4 years ago, he said that he liked chocolate olive oil and a lot of parsley in the salad. And I say, okay. And I tried to make him sound nice, and he was very satisfied and very happy. And from that on, I make this dessert. It's a nice combination. Also, the ice cream, you will be surprised. Banana and parsley is going very good.
Huh.
Yeah. And also, I make for you very nice pralines.
Amazing.
Wow.
Those are
Very
amazing.
foods. I will explain you.
Wow. Yeah.
I will explain you from the. Just be careful. This, it's very nice dark chocolate. It's Belgian chocolate. It's very nice. The next one I make with white chocolate, waffles and lavender, yeah. And these two, the last two, just please don't bite. Just take everything in the mouth because it's liquid inside. One is with mango and one is with peach.
Oh.
And I wish you bon appetit. Thank you for coming.
Thank
Yeah.
Wow.
I love the way they spell their names.
Oh no, that's. I can see. Okay.
The second. Oh, I
You, you see us in there.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Lovely.
Oh my god. They brought us this beautiful cake.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate the party. Get a phone up party.
DJ Spice, ladies and gentlemen. And here's me thinking it was me. It's not it.
Another beautiful turn down service. And this time we got some documents for disembarkation. All right, our disembarkation instructions. Our flight is at 1:05 p.m. They've given us the yellow luggage tags to use, and we can actually put them out 45 minutes before our departure time, which is 10 a.m. They would like it out no later than 9:30 a.m. And we have breakfast available until 10 a.m. So we are all set to go. If you would like to add additional gratuities, you can do so, and there is a gratuities form you can get at the reception. Tonight is a farewell drink of a farewell Chambord Royal. So we're in Amsterdam, right across from Viking Sigrun. All right, we're at the bistro for a quick bite before Amsterdam tours. All right, we are ready for our tour. This is a very steep rep today. Oh, Vikings leaving over there. It looks like suitcases.
So the area on the left, on the other side of the river, this is a neighborhood. This is where local people live, and everything on the other side of the river where the windmills are, this is part of the Zaanse Schans open air museum. Look how beautiful tea house on the left. We have the typical Zaan houses made of wood. And some people are living here, eh? So this is not just like a museum, people are living here. Come together in a wheel, and this happens for the millers, so they should always have the boat. So this is something that's different. So here on the little and the buildings here around us, these are mostly old barns.
This is the shoe factory.
And then we also have the marriage cloth. This is a very special type of cloth. You can see one of them here, and there's some other ones in this area. And these are really from the house of the girl. And this is not running down
Welcome to our wooden shoe workshop. I will explain and show how to make a shoe out of wood. The type of wood that we use is poplar or willow. This is a piece of poplar, and it's used fresh and green. Half of the weight is water. Well, that makes wood relatively soft and easy to work with. Traditionally, they were made by hand using this knife to shape the outside of the shoe. Several sizes spoon scoops were used to hollow out the inside. It takes 2 to 3 hours to make a pair by hand. With these machines here, 5 minutes. That is the outside. Applies for the inside of this machine. Again, we make a copy of the model. That's the inside. The last two pieces, the heel and the toe, are cut off by hand. In a modern factory, actually, there's a machine to do this. Rough shape of the shoe. Well, when I started, I told you that we use fresh green wood. It's still very wet. So we need to dry the shoe very, very carefully. It's air dried for 3 to 4 weeks. No sun, no heat, otherwise the wood might crack. Once dry, the shoe is passed over a sandpaper belt. And the final result is a shoe to fit a child of 4 years old. We wear these shoes with thick woolen socks and 1 finger extra room behind the heel. That way they're comfortable. Wood doesn't stretch. If they're too tight, they will hurt. Well, first of all, they're very strong, offering good protection.
Yikes.
But also they insulate and are waterproof.
Ayom, ayom! En lekker!
But we use the wind power to make a rotation so that the water from one ditch can be brought to another ditch. Would people want to check? Very cute shop. On the top, with a shuttle, some function. Water. And then we also, you can see there's a white piece of wood connected to the roof, bringing the rainwater down, sometimes in a barrel, and sometimes tiles, the fireplace, so in your free time you can take a peek inside. Once we cross the bridge, please watch out, because this is a bicycle. So later on, coffee place to the left. So everything on the opposite side, this is a normal residential. And from here we are going to walk along the dike. And we are going to visit.
Peanut chocolate shop, my kind of place. Do-it-yourself hot chocolate.
You can mix up with linseed oil from the oil mills to make paint. Okay. Now there are windmills to grind corn or wheat to make flour. Windmills to make paper. They not make paper out of wood, they make paper out of old clothes. But the most important one from this whole area in the early days, pumping water. Yeah, drain water. Because we live below sea level. So when it's raining, we always have to pump the water up till it's finally on the sea level, and then the rainwater goes into the sea and all the water is out of the Netherlands. Now, our windmill is a daily working sawmill. Now behind you can see there is lots of wood lying outside for drying, because after sawing all the wood goes outside or into the storehouses. Small piece of wood between, so the wind will blow through. Drying of your wood can take half a year, but it can even take 2 or 3 years, because it's always depending on the thickness how long it will take before it's dry. And before we're going to start the sawing process, all the trees are lying in the water. Around the windmill you see lots of trees that flow on the top of the water, but there are even lots of trees that have been sinking down to the bottom. Now we keep the trees in the water to keep them wet, and even the quality is getting higher too when you keep the trees in the water. And that's because when trees are growing, they're producing sugar, growing saps. A tree is needing the sugars to grow up to get bigger, but the woodworms and the bacteria in the rotting process, they like the sugars very much. So when you keep your tree in the water goes into the tree and very slowly the sugars are going out of it. That process with a pine tree takes about a year. When you have an harder wood, like an oak or an elm tree, they have been sinking down to the bottom and they stay there for minimum 5 to 6 years. You will pull the tree into the water. So we pull them out of the water, outside first, and bark the whole tree, because there's lots of sand and dirt sitting in, so we're hand chopping. So the wood in front at the moment takes about 2.5 hours before it's ready in a windy day. Nice faster. And the windmill is not using one blade at the moment, only 2 blades behind me, there are even already 4.
So this windmill makes pigments.
Customers, you might think. Well, the customers are museums from all over the world that want to restore paintings from the 17th century. And they need to have the same pigments that were used back in the day. So this is a very special place. They still produce original pigments that were used in the 17th century.
So this is a bed and breakfast. It used to be a mansion of the more wealthy people who lived here.
And this is a mole because the family name was mole. Do you know this animal that's under the ground? Today you stay in the Zaanse Schans. You can stay here. And here there's a house.
We're gonna stop for coffee here. The Black Whale.
Because the people from the Zaan region in the 18th and 19th century were working a lot in the whale hunting.
Apple tart. We're stopping for some coffee. They have given us the traditional apple pie. They are so sweet, and they gave us hot chocolates as well. Bakery. These droop waffles. It smells really, really good in this bakery. Taking videos. Free cheese experience. I'm in. Right now somewhere? I will. Cheese everywhere. Oh. Hello. I really like that one. Is this Gouda? I really like that one too. So this was goat.
This with jalapeno, this is herbs, and this is natural.
Okay. So this one is cow cheese red pesto.
And they drink in the winter.
Extra old. I like the goat better. So on this one, they're putting toppers on. So you can put different dips on top. I'm not sure what I just put on. Oh, that's interesting. Are you enjoying your cheese experience?
I am. It's very cheesy.
There's more. Let's see. Oh.
I think what I like the best though was that smoked one.
Gouda. Let's try that. So, did you try some of these dips on them?
I did not.
So you have some chocolate samples.
Caramel salt.
Oh.
Dark chocolate and white.
We should have done that one. Ah.
We have two different kinds. These are the traditional stroopwafels, and we also have a version with honey instead of the caramel.
Okay. Hi. Oh, there's a goat. Hey, buddy. Hi. Oh, very cute. Hey. Wait, come back. Come back over here. Hi. Hi.
Windmills all together.
Okay, we are at Waterside for a really quick lunch today. I really do not ever want to eat again.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome for lunch.
What do we have today?
Today we have main course. It's a typical snack Dutch. It's like a croquette. It's a bechamel and beef inside. Very nice. And with the mustard, this is grilled fish with the lemon and butter. It's sauté mushrooms and potato gratin. It's potatoes with the cheese on the top. Croquettes and the rice with the farfalle pasta with the pesto. And then we have the veal, roasted veal.
Oh, it's veal?
With the creamy sauce, sauerkraut.
Tony is here to meet us with his fabulous Mercedes.
Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you. This is a very nice shopping street. And this is a beautiful hotel in a great location, the Conservatorium. You're right in the museum district. A great option. Beautiful area. So we are back at the Van Gogh Museum. Perfect timing for my tickets. So at your ticket time, you get in the line, get your COVID certificate checked and your tickets checked. Go inside. Okay, we passed the COVID test. Now we're going to go and show them our tickets. Okay, so you scan your ticket here to go inside. So we actually purchased the audio guide. So you go downstairs and you can pick up your audio guide and maps. Little listening device that we got. You set your language. They have lockers here and they have a cloakroom if you'd like to leave your coat. Museum, they have some snacks. So this headset is a little weird. It works, but I'm not sure how to put my mask back on. So we selected a highlights tour that takes 45 minutes. It's going to guide us to exactly where the highlights are and then tell us about it. So floor 0 has 2 stops, 40 and 87. Not sure how that helps us. So you can have some snacks here as well. There's the shop, and we're gonna do, oh, this is a temporary. I love this Playmobil Van Gogh stuff. Okay, this is like super creative Van Gogh's materials. So we're starting with 0. So this is actually Van Gogh's palette. You can see the difference between the fronts and the backs he used. He paints his eyes different colors in different paintings to experiment with how color affects emotion. This is Van Gogh's last painting. It was unfinished on his easel when he died. This is by Edvard Munch. He doesn't use the colors in reality. He creates his own reality. This is another Munch. You can get anything sunflower here. Sunflowers are us. So Tony sent us a Tesla this time. He must know me. Thank you. S, interesting. I have a 3. It looks really different.
Okay. And coming with the car, you need to drive. There's just only one entrance to get in the center. So you need to make the whole drive away. And just, if you will, just only like straight, just maybe 5 minutes, you have the red lights.
Okay.
So by walk, it's much easier.
And it's not too early if we go after we visit the Anne Frank house?
No, it is not.
Okay, awesome. So we're at the Anne Frank house. So they first are checking, of course, your COVID certificate and then your tickets. Okay, so they let us come in a little early and they're going to give us an audio tour. Hi, English, please. Thank you.
Here you go.
Each dot equals 10 Gs.
the attic. And that was the end. He took us to Fonkel's room. The others were already there. They were standing with their hands up.
It was quite a different Anna I had known as my daughter. She never really showed this kind of inner feeling. She talked about many things, criticized many things, but what really her feelings were, I only could see from the diary.
En fait, je vous explique, je vais faire un stop dans la main avion, mais je suis pas sûr de le faire. Je vous rappelle demain, c'est pour vous rendre un petit essai comme ça, je ne pas sûr. C'est possible.
Wat van de trein moeten It's like surreal to leave that and go back to real life again. Amsterdam at sunset, it's gorgeous out here. That was such a somber, awful experience, but really important. So you could get a canal ride on a boat, which is lovely at sunset.
Quickest way?
Yes.
Just cross the bridge over here, then go right.
Okay.
Are you filming or are you?
I am.
Should I put it on the Google Maps for you? Or?
It makes sense, right?
Oh. There was a cow store and now there's a duck store. I love the heating lamps they have out here. Nice and warm. Okay, we found it. This is the red light district. I'm not allowed to take videos of the ladies in the windows, just to let you know. What is this?
Give it.
Sex Palace. Whew. We don't know what it means, but we're following the arrow. Oops, sorry. All right, they know we have to pack, so they got us all set up. They brought out our suitcases and put this out so we can pack tonight. So we're back in Waterside tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I'm having, it's actually my drink. He was being so kind to hold. I know it's not his kind of thing.
Beautiful gentlemen.
Okay, dinner tonight, our last dinner. So sad. So I did ciabatta tonight, which looked really interesting. Look at that birthday girl.
No, I don't want to get him in trouble.
Nope, don't do it. Yeah.
If you think this room is different, the director of the
No idea.
whole operation.
So this is the prosciutto and poached egg. Risotto. This is the mushroom tart. Can I take a video? And this is, it looks like a Caesar salad.
Bar none.
What soup is that?
It's a pea soup.
Oh, the pea.
That's tasty.
That looks delicious. That is my veal and risotto.
Yeah, the special dish. And then my risotto.
Oh, that is my
Formica.
chips. And this is the vanilla. I can't remember. It's Droop waffles.
I will wait for
My last turn down service. Oh my God, I'm going to miss my life here. So the last thing is that you get your final invoice and they will tell you how much you have paid on express checkout or how much you owe. It will be automatically deducted if you have that set up. So when you are ready to go in the morning, you just put your bags outside and the Crystal amazingly fantastic staff like Ante will take your bags to the coach for you. Our last meal at Waterside.
Black coffee. Oatmeal.
Oatmeal?
With the cinnamon and sugar, amazing waffles with the steamed rice, tomato with pepper, usual evenly omelette, fried eggs, bacon, hash browns, beef sausage, chicken sausage, baked beans, and scrambled egg.
What is that? Oh, scrambled eggs.
Scrambled egg.
Okay, thank
This
you.
is good for the
Last
on
day.
this page.
Well, it's all over. We're on our way to the airport for our flight back to to America. We have a nonstop on American Air that's going from Amsterdam straight to Dallas. So I will show you Amsterdam Airport when we get there. We're back at Amsterdam Schiphol Airport. There was the Sheraton we stayed at. Okay, we're back at Schiphol Airport. Very easy. Okay, so we are in gate G. Okay, so it says departure 3, which is down, it looks like. Departures 3 this way. Departures 3, you have to go on these like ramps again. Okay, departures 3, and G is this direction. So to go to G, you have to have your passport and your boarding pass out. You scan your boarding pass to get through to the gates. Security. Then passport control. That's your passport control. All gates are this way. There's a lounge. We're looking for the British Air Lounge or the Speyer Lounge. So it looks like the lounges are all over by the other gates. We are gonna be over here. So we'll just go to the restaurant by our gate. So you check which gate you're at. We're at G4. And then you have these long walks to get to the gates, or you can wait out here with the restaurants and the lounge area. Okay, so now it's about 15-20 minutes to boarding, so we're gonna go down to the gate. We left our little loungy area. So it does tell you when you need to get to the gate, but we're gonna go over there anyway. I love these little walkways. Makes it very easy to get around the airport. So we're off. We just have to board our flight, and then about 10 hours we'll be back in America. Our plane is here, and it looks like we don't have to walk up and down steps, which is nice. They are calling us up one by one to inspect our passport, I guess. So it's taking very slowly to board. Hey, we are set. Oh, so first class was that way? Okay. So we have main cabin extra again. This is the first class. First thing I do is take off my boots. So there's power, there's USB, and I should have the full row again so I can sleep.
Schakel deze dan nu in vliegtuigmodus. Ons volledige beleid met betrekking tot elektronische apparaten vindt u achter in uw American Way tijdschrift.
My usual tomato juice with my black coffee, and they have pretzels before they serve us a meal. So comfy. They're serving us a dinner. It's either this vegetarian option, which is the pasta, or a beef option, which was like a little beef stew kind of thing with rice. Myself a little white wine spritzer. I asked for the white wine, which was Sauvignon Blanc, and mixed it with the Canada Dry to make a little spritzer for my dinner. Wine and beer is complimentary on this flight. They're giving out chocolate or vanilla ice cream. I really don't understand why they're serving ice cream, but it's good. And they do serve another meal before we land too. They're just serving like a little snacky kind of a lunch thing, I guess. supposed to be filled with, it's like a roll that's filled, kind of like a kolache, I guess. We made it to Dallas, Fort Worth. We have 2 hours here to clear customs and get to our next gate, which should be very easy. There is a priority pass lounge here, so we can always just relax in the lounge if we'd like to. We made it to Dallas, waiting for our next flight. This is a super, super full flight. Home sweet home. Hi, baby. Hi.